is Mid-Columbia Library here in New Fredo, Washington. They have the administration office here in Mid-Columbia Library where you have your library card for the processing the online services. As you can see, these are Apple monitors. That's the other four Linux, which are UITs, and they're Linux. Monitors are moderated with, of course, the child and also the young adult section. They have the earbuds are $1. Purchased through our library today. Evergreen Teen Book Awards nominees. Trevor Noah, Bummering Effect, Flawed, Sela, Memory of Light, Secret of Keen, Kind of Courage, Starlight, and The Taste of Monsters. By June 17th all the way to 28th. For the library, which is the events checked out for the updates, summer library activities, July 1st all the way to 26th. July 29th, 30th, there it is. Kids Cartoon Night. Shrinky Drinking vs. Charms, 30th, 4 p.m. 29th is Teen Market Space, Space Rocks. 31st is Storytime, 10 a.m. Teen Market starts at 5 p.m. on the 29th. 30th. Today is 4 p.m. Kids Crafting Shrinky Drinking vs. Charms. August Swimming and Salmon is Thursday at 10 a.m. Thursday the 1st, 4 p.m. Fiber Night Puppet Show. Tuesday, 10 a.m. 4 p.m. Tuesday, same day, Kids Garden Bee Craft. Story time at the 7th Wednesday, 10 a.m. Linux, the LINX. Well, these are Dells. Bring your games up. Puzzle accessories, calculators, jingies, and play stacks. Next, Phantom's Blade, Light Lessons, Done by Islow, Days That Gone Bad, Hell's Bells, by Carrie Yours, The Black Tide by Carrie, and Beth Trails, Earthfire by Dan, The Fate of Phantoms by Archer J. Archer, Grave Expeditions. The Meg by Might Stalkers, Glamour Thieves, Japanese Lover by Isabel Leonard, Antique Shop, Romance. Washington Decree by Juicy, and The Saint by Dan Esmond by Abbott, science fiction novel. This is probably one of the best novels I got. The Dan and Bennett, The Saint, a Ghost Openness carries the carry out the neo-Nazi party are creating the first liquor sub ashore, North Carolina, Fort Bragg military compound facility. Neo-Nazis overrided Idaho, Washington. This is the new generation of the neo-Nazi war crime war 400,000. This is a Dan Abbott, the saint, overthrow the government. Neo-Nazis. They said they confiscated neo-Nazis, but they exist. They just moved the compound city somewhere else. True story. Their first nuclear weapon, nuclear sub, neo-Nazis. But it says NASA with a black and white minority to overthrow the government. And then we got puppet time, puppet series time. It's night. Melissa McKnight from the Freda Courthouse for elections. She's going to do elections. Here comes Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Mumu Ganja in the background where Donald Trump wakes up from Mos Lake International Airport in Mos Lake. Have you seen Felix? He was just here outside exercising at the International Airport Mos Lake. Have you seen him? He was at the Davenport Hotel. He ran that direction. There's a Simba statue outside. He was right here at the Senate office, right across the Chamber of Commerce, waiting for a VOC. Have you seen him? He never leaves like that. Have you guys seen Felix Barela? He had a suit on and a Class A uniform. Have you seen him go that direction? He never leaves like that. Is there somebody here responsible for that? I am Dano Garth, prosecutor with Freda. I am Jennifer, and I represent the council members of Administration Office here in Freda, Washington. Right across the street is Washington, and that's the Noble House of the Fredericks, and also right across the street by Roberta's house, where Representative Historic and the bank got shut down because Felix, you were attacked by Wall Street, on Wall Street. Washington Mutual and Chase Bank, Cooper Bank, and merged into the administration office Wall Street. Have you seen him? He doesn't leave like that. Have you threatened Iron Man outside? Because we can do some overturns with this administration office. Mr. Colin Powell and Don Rumsfeld called you cowards because he's in Colin Powell's house administering rights. And also Mr. Don Rumsfeld, the marijuana cannabis with Jessica, the PBR, on 1313 West Grand Ronde. She's an only child. Felix raised her. You convicted her for marijuana plants and the living room arrangements. And Mr. Chip, administration office, contributing to minors, and is the chip driver for Budweiser and Chess, which is in the warehouse in the back. You guys make so much things up. You can habitual drug addicts that have been kicked out in boot camp U.S. Marine Corps. And none of you will exist and hold jobs there ever again as military agents ever again. And you breaking in entries and falsified documentation, put false information. It's all good. You'll be executed at the foot of your grave with handcuffs in front of J. Mill Administration of FBI, CI, Military Atlantic Marine Corps Housing Development. It'll be all called for and have witnesses testimony. And your jury selection submitting that police officer, testing police officer. What is your job holding since you're not a police officer anymore, sir? Do you need help, sir? There's a dead body in the back of the body bag, and you unzip it, says, look, it's Felix Barela in the body bag. You thought he was dead. You trying to get rid of his body there, sir? He's at my doorstep. Don't forget, story times will be coming. And then we're going to be, of course, the quiet time section where no individual is very quiet and your laptops must be all surface. Microsoft with the administration office up there. There is the knitting area, crocheting, knitting, sewing, crochet. There's different gauges of needles for the crocheting, which is a therapeutic utility utensil used as a tool assessment for skills building, family orientation, family, with all the damage you've done to Valk and Donald Trump and administration office, Freddy Courthouse. Therapeutic for all the damage you did, mental anguish, the pain, uterus, the fallopian tubes, the water breaking, the laceration, the natural bleeding and saturation of monthly services for tampons. And then she will come and demonstrate and facilitate your Simon's Malling facility, the Ford Company facility. And this is the prehistoric site, the bank shut down and remodeled. And beautiful. Now we have this all downloaded, submitted. This is So we got that Microsoft 365. We're going to have to modify the terms. And this is the heyday. This is Burger King, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Winco, Albertsons, Vaughn's, Yolks, and accessories for the government shutdown. The government shutdown occurred on December 3rd, 2018, where I was attacked at the base insurance company by police officers, sheriffs, undercarriers, chief of police department, all at one time. And the chief of police department is no more. They're no more at the residency no more. We got a VIN number, base number, and also Watch State Patrol coming here running the systems. As you can see, this is McDonald's, Burger King, and also the assessments where they got, I don't know, about $5,000-$6,000 worth of food for the White House. They're starving at the time being since the government shutdown. Nancy Pelosi and also Mrs. and Mrs. Nancy Reagan for the cliffs in San Luis Obispo, California, since I let her live at the San Luis Obispo residence billionaire sector, and Nancy Pelosi is a witness, of course, because they took Doug Carr. I took Doug Carr and put him to the Rio Grande Hospital, and he was left for dead. He was left for dead. He was left there to rot, have his body removed and detained and drained. So I sat there patiently, holding his hand, comforting him. His mother and father spit on him. His mother and father came in there intimidated and put their fingers into their wounds and made him scream for help. He was screaming so much he fainted, and he was under methamphetamine and alcohol at the time being. It's quite the individual. It must be nice to have solicitors like that and taunt, intimidate, and broadcast and torture their children like that. Putting your finger into the wound like that. Nurses, doctors. Of course, being a police officer in the military status and also being a police officer in the cell out to the community like that. I'm sure the mother and father loved to be in that position of intimidating their son, the first immediate family member, billionaire family, of course, billionaires, contributing to the society of sedating, committing, admitting that they are drug addicts and they are trying to better themselves even though they're billionaires, providing the services society, contributing negative activity into a positive atmosphere. It's so nice, isn't it? Now that's Nancy Pelosi sitting there talking SAHIT to everybody there, and the galleries there. And this Nancy Reagan in the US Trump. It's going to be an awesome empire. It's the galleys going to be straightened out. Shutting the government off like that. It's pretty sad. Sitting there in an international airport and most likely just shut it down. Just like that. The push of a button. Me hit the key right here. Feel the surge of electricity and lightning and the dams open up. All the grain elevators and the barges are filled just from this key. Now, no, don't touch that. Please don't do that. Please, God, no, please don't hurt me. No, I don't appreciate. I'm gonna call the authorities. Oh, sure, let's call the contact right now on the phone. Have them show up right now. See this affirmative action of your obligated fraudulent activities and your modulated false prophecy of 118 chapters in the Bible. Miss Nancy Reagan is a needy person, along with the other billionaire sectors of the administration office. They're needy. So we're going to have to put this on Facebook. The Burger King, McDonald's, and all the $5,000-$6,000 worth of purchase there, that's on the table there. We're going to feed all these people. And it ain't their table, actually, not your table, and it never will be your table ever. And we're going to have to hand these off. This is Conger, Lamb West, and Mashed Potatoes. Going to Connor and also the administration called Tater Boy. Now, Tater Boy is Lamb West. Now, Charlie Cox is Easter Dane Farms. It's just a different identity. And the information that you got, this is a mansion, of course, and that's Cox family. This goes back in 1700s, back in 1800s, before George Washington became George Washington, actually. In living arrangements, house arrangements, elementary schools, middle schools, colleges, military colleges, components in the Civil War combatants, which is Militia Act 99, district courts. And anything in Militia 99, district court says any soldier that lives under your household. As you can see, these are all burgers, all fast food restaurants, Lamb Western, Congo Western, Mashed Potato, Administration Office, Tater Boy. Now, this administration office, you guys are going to need some potato, and this would be China, Japan, and also the adversaries of component import-export services anywhere in South Province or Province, Northern Province, Shelties, Muslims, whatever you call these bald-headed figures posing as acrobats, Microsoft components, and Bill Gates founders, which these are all corrupted individuals, and this ain't your table. So we're going to have to force feed all of the administration since the massive structure of damage you did to her fallopian tubes, her mental anguish, and the capabilities of her functioning and as a natural person, human being. Any individual that comes to the episodes of challenging is going to the headstone, which would be J. Mueller administrations. That's Senator McCain, and that's George Bush Sr., and of course the dead other one, the twofer, double deathliner administration office, twofer, lowered and double deathliner in the Pentagon. And then this administration, Mr. Senator McCain, flag-wise, and Jay Mueller is a witness, as you can see. This is Mr. George Bush Sr. shot down, and this is Jay Mueller taking pictures of photographs of administration. And this is Senator McCain. And make sure the finalities and the headstones are arranged in properly fashioned. Now we're going to line up this Burger King and stack this 1, 2, 3 high on this one. And then we're going to put this high standard on my cake. That's Peter's. That's peas and carrots. This is going to be triple. I got 3 turkeys on me. So we're going to have a Nagali. We're going to have a big old feast here all day. So this Nagality here is it's going to be positioned to the right. To the left is the fireplace. Upstairs us George Washington. That's where normally the George Washington picture goes. But anyways, we got the fireplace, and then we have the 3 stack, and then we get arrangements of the tray, and then we get stacks for the salad. You can like vegetarian food, of course. And then we can put all this golden, this George Washington's, this is the candle made wax out of the cattle. IBP, Iowa Beef, Tyson Foods, slaughter from Nebraska to Texas as well, and also Texas Longhorn, Texas Outpost, Templeman's, and Charlie's, or Chuck's meats, of course. And this is now called Warboro. Chuck's Warboro, auctioneer. And as you can see, the saturated fat and the consumption of saturated fat causes all that stroke, aneurysm, spontaneous blood clot arteries, the vessels that are clogged up and saturated with saturated fat. So we're going to serve all these salad opportunities for the government shutdown. Since you can run the 50 in 3.6 seconds, you bench press 900 pounds and you can deadlift half a ton, over half a ton. You can deadlift 1,500 pounds, bench press 1,500 pounds, almost a ton. So we're going to decorate this table with all these options. And any of the sumo wrestlers in Japan, China, and also Bruce Lee. That's Bruce Lee, of course. Lee Memorial in Port Street, Washington. We're going to put this, symbolize this and have it submitted. Since you're a man of your word, I'm sorry, $5,500 worth of fast food products there. Unless in Congress, which is state of board. Care what any you think, it's state of board. It's George Washington. So, legalities, fidelities, breakdown systems, long-term APR rates, anything that distributes with electronics, potatoes, fast food, and also Simon's Mall. Anything in the Simon's Mall is documented. Lingerie, and also the cattle and the slaughter info. It's Nike, swoosh, in Oregon, of course. And surgical tubes, and also the eyeballs from the cattle is insulin for diabetics. You'll have a missing finger, missing eyeball, limb, that nature. since you know all that saturated fat, I'm serving.